So it has been a while since we have landed on the rim. Uh, Hello, YouTube. Hey, Robbie, welcome. You're here just in time for the festivities to begin. It's been a while since we've been in our little corner of the world, and there has been a new RimWorld patch. I won't go into it in any great detail, but I will bring it up ever so briefly just to cover the highlights before we dive in. So, first and foremost, most important change that was made by Tynan and the crew was the de-emphasizing breach raids. For those who play a lot of RimWorlds, you know that the recent patches have made it so basically every raid is a breach raid and every raid is a mech breach raid, more specifically. Now that they have rebalanced things, they've been able to buff turrets because turrets answer certain types of raids and not others. They've also improved the handling of carnivorous, vegetarian, and eat everything meals, which I think is a good change. The biosculptors also have been given a little bit of extra information associated with them. Hey, Buffalo and Snorlaxer, thanks for swinging by and hanging out with me in my basement. I was just briefly going over the patch changes. I won't go over all of everything in great detail, but the big thing is less breach raids, better turrets, better handling of different meal types, and some changes to the biosculpting pods that I assume we will see once we get into the game. But speaking of the game, let me bring that up and make sure that everything is working. Beautiful. I have not been on the rim in a very long time. When I first dropped in, I saw Beb Randy, and I just like immediately was baffled and was like, Beb Randy? That's not the name of one of our characters. It is the name of two of our characters who happen to be playing poker at the moment and have the same hand. They're both rocking an ace of spades and an ace of diamonds. So they both have pocket aces. I think that means someone is cheating. But anyways, without further ado, let's try and remember what in the world is going on. I got a kick out of when I arrived and noticed that we have 103,000 raw resources. So that's nothing to sneeze at. Mugs continues to, I hope, be absolutely miserable. Looks like we're doing a pretty good job on miserableness. I'm impressed that their comfort is as high as it is. That might be because their ideology allows it, allows rough living. But yeah, the whole family remains here, and it's good to see them all. Wondering what our quests look like. Oh yes, we're working on another relic, aren't we? That seems very familiar to me. At the moment, we only have the Bit Chalice, the Vanta Bit Chalice, that is. But we were in the process of trying to deal with the second covert structure. And I think we also have... Yes, we do have a mech cluster that is lying in wait up here. And I'm kind of hoping that the new raid balancing is going to mean that we get some human raids that will be happy to... either bump into this this bucket of syrup or something of that nature. But let's get time ticking a little more speedily. I'm gonna go 2 just for a moment here, as it's been a while, and I think we had an infestation because we have about 1,300 insect jelly. We have a great bumper crop of fungus, which I hope is being... Oh, and our chem fuel is full too. So we're sitting pretty on most of our resources, it looks like. We have a staggering amount of rice. All right, things look pretty good. All right, well. A group of mechanoids have arrived via transport pods. Landing scattered all over the area. They are attacking immediately. I'm gonna say that's not a great situation to be in. All right, let's, I guess battle stations are in order. Oh boy. All right. Let's get Onboss up here ASAP to take fire. We don't know what is landing here. Who? Ooh. I was really hoping I'd be able to stun that one. Let's... Okay. I'm going to have to get some people up here to deal with the centipede coming in. But let's take a look at our defenses. This centipede is going to come in around that way. This one's going to come in this way. This one will go through the kill box. We're certainly starting off with a bang. These two centipedes are going to take out these beggars. I don't remember what they were begging for, but it looks like this area is free of any nastiness. So I think we should be relatively okay. But I'm gonna have Onboss. Onboss can take the hits, so now I'm gonna get everyone else over here, I think. Bibor can take out this one, which I did not see initially. The travelers were betrayed, to no one's surprise. Alright, and then when this centipede comes down, we'll get it. Ooh. Alright. We already have a problem here. I think I'm going to have green come over here, and as they emerge from the kill box, we'll take care of this one. Wait. Randy. You're not green. My powers of deduction are strong, if nothing else. Alright. Okay, so skip you. Nope. We gotta wait a little bit longer to skip you to Bibor. And then I think I can have Randy run. White leap over here. And green leap over here. White, get going. Alright, we have... Oops, I did not lock that one down quickly enough. And then I'm going to have green skip this Scyther away from Bibor. There we go. Alright. Now... This is more excitement than we had in the last, like, 10 episodes. So I'm pretty psyched about that. Now I'm trying to think what we... I think we use this as our choke point. We might even rebalance to the other side of things. They're shooting at my bears. We don't like that very much. Oops. Alright, let's get green over here to do some more skips. Alright, that was a little risky. For sure. Let's get you out of line of sight. Onboss can just go down and take this out, and Bibor can just take this out. That's totally fine. What are you hitting? You're hitting that switch? Alright. Okay, I think all of the threats inside of our walls have been taken care of. So now we can go to defensive positions. Yeah, the travelers were definitely betrayed. I can't say I feel too terrible. but... Alright. Amboss's shields have been broken. I need to be a little careful here. Let's have... I don't want to use greens. I think Edie also has skip? No. Elliot also has skip. So let's transfer that centipede up here. Okay, it's already dead. Amboss took a little bit of a hit. Nothing too bad. But I think we should be just fine now. We should be able to lock down all the remaining centipedes. Wow. Oh, it feels like the game is back just a little. Like the game felt very one note. Is your shield back, Amboss? No, it's not. Bebor's shield is still up, so we will I don't even think we need to skip this one. I'm just gonna stun it. And then another salvo probably kills, yeah. Any day now, Amboss, your shield can come back. Okay. Now, health-wise, Amboss... He lost a ring finger. Ooh, Amboss's shield is back. Valentin took a couple hits. Bebor took a couple hits. Alright, and 2 more centipedes coming in. We should have the skips to take care of them. Nope, that's Chaos Skip. Wrong skip. There we go. Alright, I think that is stabilized. Steroid is coming out to enjoy the fun. We'll get the bears zoned to take care of all of the corpses. I still kind of feel like I'm hearing mechanoid noises, but probably not. I think we've dealt with that. Now, adaptive mode. Now, let's see. Oh, turn off the warm-up process, and then... I don't remember if I'm supposed to disable that or not, but... Oh, we're ready for animatree linking. Should be great if we didn't already have maxed out all of our tribals. All right, that went smoothly for how bad that could have gone. You never want to get caught unaware when it comes to those types of things. Hey, Fletch. So adaptive mode is a feature of Rocket Man, and it has to do with the way that it does garbage collection, either adaptively, kind of as it's spinning up, or flat. So there we go. And the latest on the Rim, if you have not seen the patch notes for RimWorld, is that they rebalanced how raids happen again, and Tynan issued an apology because the raids, especially endgame, were staggeringly biased towards mech breach raids. So we have now entered a whole new world where we have different types of raids, and we just had a drop pod raid, which was awesome. Very exciting. It was mech still, so not that crazy, but yeah, it felt good to have a different challenge at hand. Now, another change from the patch that is very interesting that I have obviously not explored quite yet is mortars now are affected by shooting skill. So if someone has Whoa. Okay, the meals have changed quite a bit. Contains meat. Contains meat. Very interesting. So if I come up here, contains meat, contains meat. All right, so these are all just meat meals, which is fine. But there is now a whole new system for separating vegetarian meals, etc. So that's very exciting. But yeah, so at 8 shooting skill, a mortar is as accurate as it used to be. So I can only imagine, I have a feeling that Valentin with his with his 20 legendary master shooting skill is probably going to be able to drop relatively precise bombs on future combatants, which should be very interesting. Moon Dance is fully healed. Yeah, there are a lot of interesting changes. I'll be doing a exclusive YouTube video going over all of them in more depth, but yeah, I think there's some really cool stuff. Yeah, you're telling me. Mortar inaccuracy is one of those really painful things that I mean, the issue is that without mortar precision issues, for lack of a better way to describe it, a lot of things become a lot easier, right? Mortars can be incredibly powerful tools. Now, the other change was that biosculpt pods have changed, but I don't see any additional information here. So I see power, grid status, ready for cycle, bio-tuned to green for 1.3 years. But there's supposed to be some mechanism for me to tell the how the biosculpt pod will be utilized, and I am not sure where that dwells. But yeah, it's feeling really good. And the other really nice thing is yesterday I had quite a scare with trying to get Darkest Dungeon working, because the Epic Game Store has staggeringly bad cloud save support, and it was absolutely amazing to load up RimWorld in Steam, and I tried to load my game. It automatically said, hey, do you want to load the appropriate mods for this game? I loaded them, and my game is exactly as I left it. So feels really good for this to have been so easy, since I spent like an hour manually transferring over saved games. But yeah, Steam is amazing, and the Epic Game Store is a special kind of garbage, it seems. But it is where Darkest Dungeon 2 is exclusively dwelling for the moment. And I understand that. I think they got a lot of money, for lack of a better way to put it, to release their early access on Steam. And I think that's good for the developers. Now, this is interesting. We do have a lot of... So I put this out as bait, fungus, to lure in animals. And we're getting some little animals like squirrels and boom rats, and I was kind of hoping that it was going to pull in like things like the ibexes. I'm not sure if for pathing reasons they can't go through the fences. I think the fences actually block them. So we might want to replace those with barricades, or we could just hold this door open, and then I think it would. Let's try that. We'll have Steroid come and open this door, and we'll see if we have an influx. We just have to make sure we close it, or disaster could strike. But one of the things about the fact that we have a giant smoke cloud and the sun blocked is that we are very much lacking resources on the map. So the hope is like these Muffalo should be likely to slowly path around in looking for food, especially if I bring Valentin out and say viciously gun down the squirrel and the rabbit. I mostly set up this bait food with the intention of attracting small animals that then I could use Edie with her Georgette was the name of the sword, I think. Yep, Georgette, which is the kill focused sword. Now, the new texture for packaged survival meals, that's throwing me off a little bit. They look a little, I guess they look a little more MRE-ish. So I could get down with that. But yeah, we are sitting pretty, and I'm very excited for the, is Valentin still up? No, Valentin has gone off to bed. I was going to kill some more small critters. I'm very curious if we're going to have larger animals like these muffalo come play. Because we could use a bit more... Oh, that's interesting. We have some berries from over here starting to show up in our storeroom. There's no disadvantage or advantage to berries, to be clear. Is it cold out right now? It's like 5 Celsius. Okay. I think I saw Valentin's breath. That was the, maybe he was just planting daylilies, actually. And I just thought it was breath. But it looks like he's doing a great job keeping his tree pruned. We have our 4-for-4 carrier dryads, which if we check our animals tab, they are all assigned to cleaning, which is good. So they're doing all of the indoor hauling work that needs to be done. So I'm trying out a new thing with these RimWorld episodes in order to make the in order to make them a little... Wow, so many rabbits. In order to make them a little shorter, more digestible, but also more sustainable for me, I'm going to be trying to do 30-minute episodes. So I think that's going to be like one exciting thing per episode. We'll see how that goes for the YouTube folks. Holy cow. Look at how much forbidden stuff exists over here, like plasteel, steel. At some point, we'll just slap down a bear zone and let the bears go to town on it. But for now... And I also do want to do this covert structure elimination, which I think, if I am correct, is the final element in the stack trace quest. So that would be exciting to get a legendary persona monosword. Although I have to decide if I bond that to someone. Oh, great! No one's anywhere near. Who's the nearest person with Word of Serenity? All right. Let's hope they don't kill each other. All right, they did not. Ever since Valentin got murdered, I've been very concerned about social fights. And I feel like... Well, actually, let's look at the log here. So, okay, so... Bibor compared Mule's mother to a burglar. This drove Mule into a rage, and he began a fight. I don't think Mule should be picking fights with Bibor. I think that's a mistake. But Mule hit Bibor in the left shoulder, knocking her to the side. Bibor beat Mule with her left fist, but the left fist bounced off. Mule, using his head, slowly bashed Bibor in the left hand. So Mule headbutted Bibor. Bibor, moving her left fist adeptly, bashed Mule in the left arm. Bibor dodged Mule's bash. Bibor, driving her left fist aptly, beat Mule in the right arm. Mule reluctantly slammed at Bibor, with his right fist glancing off of her armor harmlessly, and then Mule smashed Bibor in the neck horribly. And then Bibor wavered around blearily. Oh boy. Bibor somehow lost that fight, despite being psychically painless. We won't think too hard about how much Bibor should have won that fight and then lost. Mule with an impressive 5 melee to Bibor's 16 melee. Now, this only seems to be attracting small animals. I'm gonna bring Valentin out once again to take out the small ones. All right, that was the first time Valentin missed. That raccoon proved very very tricksy. All right, didn't miss twice. I should probably use someone who needs the practice. All right, I'm feeling confident enough that we are now... Oh, we just had a polar bear birth, so let's take care of that. Or are we? I feel like we're not. We're not training polar bears right now. Let's just let it go. There we go. I figured I would take care of that particular boom rat. Always good to take care of them when the rain is falling. Now these muffalo are not where we want them to be, and I think I have everyone assigned here to work. Valentin is on cook, so what I'm going to do is I'm just going to add to the cook zone something like this. It's relatively safe, and it will allow Valentin to take care of it. Ooh, there's a party going on, but everyone's a million miles away. But we'll try and get some of those muffalo done, because our auxiliary meat store is looking a little sad. Although there's a lot of hare and squirrel meat that has recently come around. I'm not sure where that all came from. I know exactly where it came from. And this is just waiting for the next bit of excitement. You know what I should have done? When that drop raid came in, I should have turned on all of our turrets. That would have been very wise. It's easy to forget the little things when you haven't been playing for a while. Where was this herbal medicine? Okay. Oh, we have 1,200 Psychite tea and 700 smoke leaf joints. Okay, we could afford to have some traders come by. We might want to call them in. What is our allyship status looking like? Buffalo Revenge? Okay. Just going to do this, since this is a relatively safe place, and some of the muffalo will probably flee that way. But anything that wanders too far afield, we won't want to hunt. But really thought this muffalo was coming for Valentin. We have a lot of rice at the moment and a lot of fungus. Oh yeah, I was checking on relations. 94, 166. The Excess Empire could use some... It could use a care package. So let's send them some fungus while we are fungus rich. There we go. We'll do something like that. Now we have a lot more fungus than that just showed, but it's not in storage, so we only have what is actively in stockpiles. So all right, that was very speedy. We haven't looked at the world map in a while either. All right, we'll get a quick 15. Gets us up to 81, and then we should probably call in some traders. Well, they might just all perish to this. We have another polar bear, which we will just get rid of. All right, and we'll continue this tomorrow, people on YouTube.